mind-boggling box office numbers, securing global film deals, and rallying communities. Not so long ago, content was just television. And now digital content is the new oil, with our skit makers, content creators, thought leaders, growing our digital economy. Greatness is Professors Kayode Oyewumi and Musa Yakubu, being listed among Elsevier BV's most productive scientists in the world. Greatness is Ethan Nwaneri at 15, becoming the world's youngest player in the English Premier League. Greatness is Abasi Eneobong, pioneering the inclusion of the African genome in research through 54 genes. And Aisha Tofa, building and nurturing a tech ecosystem through Startup Kano. Greatness is Amina Mohammed, championing the voice of global peace as we take a prominent place at the table. Greatness is Miracle Izochukwu, becoming the youngest female commercial pilot in North America. Greatness is Faith Odunsi, calculating her way to become the global mathematics champion.
To express 0.00.
2.4 times 10 is by minus 5.
Correct.
Greatness is the pantheon of Nigerian authors. Their stories, our stories, bringing the world into the magic, the pain, the triumphs of the Nigerian experience. Greatness is the unicorns. 6 companies created by Nigerians under 30 years old, now worth over $1 billion each. The stories, the people, Nigeria. Each of these stories of greatness across the globe has you in it, and it has me in it. And we can almost take them for granted. They are so Nigerian. Chimamanda talked about the danger of a single story, where negative stories are used to flatten an individual's experience and overlook the many other stories that formed them. We are our stories. We are not one story, and we must tell these stories to ourselves and to the world. Nigeria is not faceless. It's not an obscure concept or a dream hiding behind the waving of a green, white, green flag. Nigeria has a face. It has many faces. It has over 200 million faces. It has your face. It has my face. What is a dream without a dreamer? You are a hero in this great story. Your name hasn't been mentioned yet, but it will be. You haven't caught the headlines yet, but you will. Oh boy, you never blow yet, but you go soon blow. You know it. I know it. I know you won't stop trying. You won't stop trying. I know you won't ever give up. You know you won't ever give up. How do I know? I'm in Nigeria, and you are too. And we don't stop until we win.
My name is Akio Sakiodola.
Hey guys, this is Anto Lecky.
My name is Theo Bliss.
My name is Akava, go by the name Baba D.
And you're tuned into Rapid TV. And I love Rapid TV.
Shout out.
Rapid TV.
Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV. This is Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it down.
Leave it like that.
Hello and welcome to Rapid TV News. My name is Victor Arke. Let's begin with the headlines. Tinubu says sustained military operations are yielding measurable results nationwide. Police rescue 309 hostages, kill 59, while 55 terrorists in coordinated Kogi-Kwara operations. Nigerians to pay 7.5% VAT on mobile transfers and USSD transactions from January 19th. On the foreign scene, Ugandan authorities shut down internet hours before presidential polls began. And in sports, Arsenal beat Chelsea 3-2 in League Cup semi-final first leg. Details of these and more will come to you in the bulletin. President Bola Tinubu says sustained military operations against terrorists and criminal groups are restoring peace across Nigeria. Speaking in Abuja at the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Gala, the president, represented by Information Minister Mohammed Idris, praised the armed forces for improved safety in once volatile communities, crediting stronger coordination and consistent pressure on criminal networks. He added that collaboration with regional and international partners has boosted public confidence while honoring fallen heroes whose sacrifices underpin Nigeria's unity and democracy. Tinubu unveiled two initiatives, the Thank a Soldier Digital War and the My Nigerian Hero campaign to recognize service personnel. He reaffirmed security as a top priority, pledging continued investment in equipment, training, and welfare. Defense Minister Christopher Musa also hailed the courage of serving and retired officers honored at the event. Meanwhile, security infrastructure is set to expand in the southeast as the Ebonyi State Governor, Francis Nwifuru, has donated 618 hectares of land for the establishment of Nigerian Army Training Depot in the state. The governor said the initiative will enhance security and create economic opportunities for host communities. Army officials welcomed the donation, describing it as a strategic move to strengthen military presence and improve response capacity in the region. They noted that decentralized training facilities are crucial for operational efficiency. Community leaders were urged to support the project as authorities say it will contribute to peace, employment, and development. Construction is expected to commence once technical assessments are completed. In the northeast, the military is reporting fresh gains against insurgents. The Nigerian Air Force says coordinated airstrikes have killed more than 10 ISWAP fighters in parts of Borno and Yobe states. The strikes followed actionable intelligence and area surveillance that tracked terrorist movement and logistic routes. Military sources say the operation disrupted insurgent supply lines and degraded their operational capacity. The Air Force stressed that the strikes were conducted with precision to avoid civilian casualties. Security officials say air operations will continue alongside ground offensives as part of efforts to stabilize the northeast. Residents in affected areas have been urged to cooperate with security agencies by providing timely intelligence. In another development, the Nigerian Police Force says coordinated operations across Kogi and Kwara states have led to the rescue of 309 hostages, the arrest of 129 suspects, and the killing of 55 terrorists. Police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin disclosed this during an interview, stressing that those killed died during armed confrontations, not extrajudicial actions. According to Hundeyin, bonds of intelligence gathering enabled ground and area units to dismantle forest hideouts in difficult terrain, with no casualties recorded among operatives. He said police units worked alongside the military and other agencies, assuring Nigerians the offensive will continue. Hundeyin described the operation as only the beginning, with security forces determined to eliminate remaining criminal enclaves in Nigeria. Meanwhile, there is relief for families in Kogi State as 24 worshippers abducted from an Ekwa church have regained their freedom after weeks in captivity. The victims were kidnapped during a church service in Kaba Bunu local government area. Community sources say negotiations led to their release, though details remain undisclosed. The freed worshippers have been reunited with their families and are receiving medical attention. However, concern remains over others still in captivity as local leaders continue to appeal for improved security. Residents are calling on authorities to intensify efforts to protect places of worship and rural communities from criminal attacks. Justice Mohammed Omar of the Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned to March 10th the 1.2 billion naira fundamental rights suit filed by activist Omoyele Sowore against the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun and others. Sowore is challenging his arrest, detention, and arraignment by the police, insisting his constitutional rights were violated. Our correspondent, Godwin Amunde, reports.
Omoyele Sowore, a Nigerian human rights activist and a former presidential candidate, was arrested on October 23, 2025 by the Nigerian police force at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The arrest was in connection with his involvement in a protest calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. According to the police, Sowore was arrested for leading protesters into a restricted area, violating a court order. Sowore's lawyers and supporters have condemned the arrest, describing it as an attempt to silence dissenting voices. The activist was granted bail and was released from Kuje prison on October 27, 2025 after fulfilling the bail conditions. But Sowore is not done with the police yet. He is suing the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Igbetokun, for alleged infringement on his fundamental human right before Justice Mohammed Umar of the Federal High Court in Abuja. At the day's proceedings, his counsel, Marshal Abubakar, informed the court that the matter was slated for mention and all the defendants who had been served with hearing notice were not in court. They gave no reason for their absence. He prayed the court that the matter be deemed mention and a date be fixed for a definite hearing and adoption of processes. Consequently, the trial judge, Justice Mohammed Umar, adjourned the matter till March 10th for a definite hearing and directed that the hearing notice be served on all the defendants. Sowore is seeking multiple declarations that his arrest, harassment, restraint, and subsequent arraignment on October 23rd and 24th, 2025 were illegal, oppressive, and unlawful.
Police, led by the anti-vice police squad leader, one CSP Barao, physically assaulted me within the corporate, forced me into their vehicle, and took me to Kuje prison after I had been granted bail. So we said we've had enough. I had to spend 4 nights in Kuje prison that night. So that was the basis of this particular lawsuit.
In the originating motion, Sowore, through his team of lawyers, led by Marshal Abubakar, accused the police of flagrant abuse of power and blatant violation of his constitutionally guaranteed right to liberty, dignity, and movement.
Protest is a fundamental right. That is the threshold. The court has insisted in the plethora of authorities that Nigerians have the liberty and the right to protest and demand for a change of obnoxious government policies and to demand that the government acts in consonance with the law.
Sowore is also asking the court to declare that his harassment, restraints, and detention on the same date violated his freedom of movement under Section 41, subsection 1 of the Constitution and Article 12 of the African Charter. He asked the court to order the AGF to initiate disciplinary actions against the IGP and the FCT Commissioner of Police on the relevant laws, including the Anti-Torture Act of 2017 and the Violence Against Persons Act. The suit seeks an order mandating the first to third respondents, IGP, Nigeria Police, and FCT Commissioner to tender a public apology to Sowore in at least 3 national newspapers for violating his right. It also seeks an order compelling the respondents to jointly and severally pay 200 million naira as general damages for the unlawful arrest and detention, and an additional 1 billion naira as punitive and exemplary damages for the illegal violation of his fundamental human rights. Abuja, Godwin Amunde, Rapid Television News.
The political crisis in Rivers State has taken another turn, with 2 more members of the Rivers State House of Assembly withdrawing support for the impeachment process against Governor Sim Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. The lawmakers, Baril Wako and Emilia Amadi, announced their decision following interventions by respected leaders and stakeholders in the state. They explained that although concerns remain over alleged constitutional breaches, peace and stability must take priority. With their withdrawal, 4 lawmakers have now distanced themselves from the impeachment move, initially backed by 26 legislators. The lawmakers called for dialogue rather than confrontation to resolve the political impasse rocking the state. As the House prepares to reconvene, observers say the growing calls for restraint may weaken momentum for impeachment and open the door for reconciliation among rival political factions. The Independent National Electoral Commission is stepping up preparations for upcoming elections. INEC has published a revised voters register for the February 21st FCT area council elections, showing over 1.6 million registered voters. INEC described the update as a statutory requirement aimed at ensuring transparency and credibility. The Commission also announced the resumption of continuous voter registration in Anambra State ahead of future polls. INEC said the exercise will allow eligible citizens to register, update details, or replace lost permanent voter cards. Officials assured voters that collection of PVCs will commence soon, with dates to be announced. INEC urged citizens to take advantage of the registration window, stressing that participation remains key to strengthening Nigeria's democratic process. There is fresh hope for stability in Nigeria's universities as the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities have signed a new agreement aimed at improving the quality of tertiary education and preventing recurrent strikes. The deal replaces the 2009 agreement that has sparked years of industrial disputes. The agreement includes a 40% salary increment for academic staff and commitments to improve funding and working conditions. ASU President Chris Piwana expressed cautious optimism, saying the union hopes the government will honor its promises without delay. Government officials described the pact as a major step toward restoring confidence in public universities. Both sides emphasized that effective implementation will determine whether the agreement truly delivers lasting peace and stability across Nigeria's higher education sector. Anambra State Police Command has arrested a masquerade linked to violent attacks during a cultural festival in Agbu community. The arrest followed videos circulating online showing assault on residents and destruction of property. Police say investigations are ongoing and additional suspects may be apprehended. The command warned that the cultural practices must not be used as cover for violence or criminal behavior. Authorities urge community leaders to ensure festivals remain peaceful, stressing that anyone found violating the law will face prosecution regardless of cultural status. For many residents of the Federal Capital Territory, 2025 has been a year of mixed fortunes. While some are grateful for good health and new opportunities, tough economic conditions continue to bite. Even with a slight drop in food prices, low purchasing power means many families are still struggling to cope. Our correspondent, Josephine Bitrus, now reports.
The year 2025 was a mixed bag globally, with a landmark pandemic agreement, ongoing conflicts, and key elections in Germany and Australia driving geopolitical shifts alongside tech breakthroughs. In Nigeria, the year was marked by major economic reforms, efforts to stabilize the foreign exchange market, worsening insecurity with banditry and terrorism, recurrent grid collapses, and celebrations for its 65th independence, all set against a backdrop of rapid digital growth and challenges like devastating flood. For residents of the FCT, the year has been tough economically, with many struggling to cope with the rising cost of living, yet amidst the struggles, they are counting their blessings.
2025 is very hard for me and my family. In short, Nigeria entirely. Why? Because things are very, very expensive. They were very, very expensive. For instance, food is something that no one can do without. We need food to survive. And it's the same food that was very, very expensive.
2025 it has been very boring to me. It has been very boring to me. Business is not moving. When we buy, Tinubu said this thing have come down, and we do not even see the reaction. When we go to market, we see something very hard, and when we sell it, we do not see our money. So it is very, very boring to me. I did not enjoy 2025 at all.
2025 being boring, very bad to me. The worst part is that they promise us that the youth are leaders of tomorrow. Since when they give us this promise, we have not seen it. Like last year, 2025, we find it difficult to eat, even for transportation. even for where we are doing our businesses. In terms of fuel price, in terms of what we do, everything is cost. Food that we eat is cost. Water that we drink is cost. Everything that we do in this country is money.
You had me well. Through where you do everybody had enough work, money, fuel, everything is scarce. The grass, nobody chopping in this year. If you want to go balance 200, 300, 600, 100,000, 200,000, I go feed bill and buy something to eat.
It's not easy. The 2025, all about struggling, but at the end of the day, we still glorify the name of God because we are alive.
2025, I no lost anybody for that 2025.
But they are holding on to hope, fingers crossed that 2026 will bring relief and deliver on some of the government's promises.
My expectation 2026, let food stuff go down at least, not only food stuff, other things also, because if they said something should go down, as the price of things should go down, it should go for everything, not only food stuff.
My expectation is that make things just dey okay. As he promised us, make things just dey okay for us so that
my expectation in this 2026, we are not hoping on government. Let me just tell you the real fact. I believe in my hustle. Understand? I believe that if my hustle pays well this year, I will rise again, because for we to talk about government, they promise us, keep promising here and there, still you will not see anything.
I'm not 2026. Let us go and make our president to make it easy for everybody.
2026, I expect things to improve, to get better. But for things to improve, you have to work it out also. So I'm doing my part, I'm putting my input so I can achieve my expectations for this year. I'm very, very positive about it. I expect things to improve and get better.
My expectation is make price of things come down. Also like fuel, because we know that the problem of this country, anytime fuel increased, everything increased.
And I still believe that this 2026, by the grace of God, as I see the earth be, so God will still do it for us.
The people are holding on to hope that 2026 will bring better welfare, with security, education, and healthcare getting the attention they deserve. In Abuja, Josephine Bitrus, Rapid TV.
You are still watching the news on Rapid Television. We'll bring you more stories after this break. Just stay with us.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language, from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Correro, your front row seats to the most pressing issues from the corridors of